President Aquino has ordered a speed up in the transition of relief efforts into full-scale rehabilitation and rebuilding of the areas ravaged by Super Typhoon Yolanda. Communications Secretary Sonny Coloma announced that towards this end, the President has formed a task group that will come up with the comprehensive rehabilitation program. The group will be headed by Energy Secretary Carlos Jericho Petilla. More from Rocky Ignacio.
President Aquino has formed a task group to hasten the transition of relief operations into full-scale rehabilitation and reconstruction of areas damaged by Super Typhoon Yolanda. The President tabbed Energy Secretary and former Leyte Governor Jericho Petilla as task group coordinator and invited other cabinet members to map out a comprehensive rehabilitation plan to be submitted to the President next week. The task group will focus on 5 priorities, namely shelter and reconstruction, livelihood and employment, resettlement and psychosocial care, environmental protection, and resource generation and allocation.
President Aquino directed the Cabinet yesterday to hasten the transition from relief efforts into the full-scale rehabilitation and rebuilding of typhoon-damaged areas. He formed a task group that will present a comprehensive rehabilitation program that will be tackled by the Cabinet not later than Wednesday, November 27.
The Chief Executive also instructed Justice Secretary Laila De Lima and DOST Secretary Mario Montejo to determine why 90% of the victims who perished were residents of Tacloban City, Dulag, Tanawan, Tolosa, and Palo. Coloma said the President wants to improve the government's preparedness under the Philippine Disaster Management Act to avoid the repetition of the tragedy.
The Rehabilitation Task Group will be supported by the Cabinet clusters on economic development, poverty reduction and social welfare, climate change mitigation and adaptation, security and law and order, and good governance. The President and Cabinet that a fine-tuned plan responsive to specific needs at the community level is necessary. He also said that it is important to enable the people to attain greater self-reliance while participating in the rebuilding of their communities.
The President directed Governor Aurelio Umali, President of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines or ULAP, to spearhead the active participation of other local leaders and officials for the rehabilitation program, such as the Adopt a Town system.
True to the Bayanihan spirit, the rehabilitation program also includes the Adopt a Town concept, initiated by the MMDA and Metro Manila mayors that have partnered with mayors in Leyte, Samar, and other calamity areas. With the participation of ULAP and the various leagues, this will be replicated and extended to include all the severely hit municipalities and cities. Moreover, the Adopt a Family concept will also be fleshed out such that beyond the LGU level, communities and families in Metro Manila and other regions may extend and support families in the calamity zones.
Meanwhile, Malacanang appealed to the public to continue helping the typhoon victims. Coloma assured us of government's assistance to enable them to rise from the tragedy brought by Yolanda.
Yung pong mga walang kamag-anak o kaibigan natutuluyan, agad pong tinutulungan ng Department of Social Welfare and Development. At kapag nag-take root na yung ating mga rehabilitation efforts, more facilities will have become available. At baka po sa panahong yun, na-relocate na rin yung kanilang, na-resettle na rin yung kanilang mga pamilya.
For the People's Television, Rocky Ignacio.